The two teens accused of killing 17-year-old taxi operator Dhanraj Lachman today made their appearance before Chief Magistrate Prabihari in the Georgetown Magistrates Court, where they were not allowed to plead to the indictable capital charge of murder. They were unrepresented. The men, Asraf Ali, 17 years old, in the white jersey, and Abdul Razak, 18 years, were required to stand in the dock where they had the charge read to them. According to the particulars of the charge, between June 10 and 14, 2014, they murdered Dhanraj Lachman in Parika Bagdam, East Bank, Essequibo. Just outside of the court stood the mother of Lachman, who could not hold back her tears over the loss of her only son.
Nobody knows how my heart tears for my child. Right now and then, the condition that I get my child back in.
According to the heartbroken mother, the relatives of the men apparently attempted to use the media to have a settlement plan discussed.
Well, nothing. The family sent newscasts to see if I could take a settlement. I don't want nothing. That money can't bring back my child life. I need justice for my child.
But what was more troubling is the fact that the men were seen smiling throughout the court hearing. According to the police report, Lachman, who was operating as a taxi driver, was hired by the men from his home at Lusignan on the east coast of Demerara to go to Parika, where, reportedly, he was strangled with his seatbelt before his body was dumped. However, there is hope that there will be justice for those responsible.
And for them to brutalize my child like this, no way I got to get justice.
The matter was transferred to the Lenora Magistrate Court, where they will have to appear on the 24th of June. Brazilian national Carlos Costa has now been added to the list of Brazilians charged with attempting to commit a felony and conspiracy when he made his appearance before Chief Magistrate Prabihari in the Georgetown Magistrates Court. The 22-year-old pleaded guilty to altering a forged Brazilian passport with false entry and departure stamps to Woman Police Constable Douglas at the Ogle International Airport, East Coast, Demerara. On the same day, he is believed to have conspired with unknown persons to forge one Guyana immigration stamp purporting to show it was issued by the immigration authorities. He was represented by attorney Patrice Henry. Chief Magistrate Bihari, in her ruling, fined him $75,000 on each charge. Meanwhile, HGP was approached by the mother of 4-year-old Jaden Mars, who died on December 10, 2013, while being treated for laceration to his tongue at the Georgetown Public Hospital.
I met with the Chief Medical Officer and another person from the ministry, that is Mr. Shamdeo Prasad, and he would have advised that recommendations were made for 4 health workers to be disciplined. I think it included the anesthetic nurse and 3 doctors. I've given them more than a month ago. I've been very patient.
Heart-rending enough was the fact that she made several attempts to see the Minister of Health, Berry Ramsaran, concerning the matter, as she was informed that the 4 medical personnel said to be responsible for her son's death would face prosecution. She, however, was sent right back to Mr. Shamdeo Prasad, the Chief Medical Officer.
And then I requested to speak to the Minister of Health, and his secretary advised that she'll try her best to organize a meeting with him. Instead of meeting with him, the same ministry called me back, and that's when they decided that I can speak to Shamdeo Prasad instead of the Minister of Health.
According to the findings of the autopsy, Jaden died as a result of a blockage to the main artery of the lung. Jaden was taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation on December 4, 2013 for suturing after biting his tongue during a fall.
My child went there, even though he had a laceration to the tongue, he didn't even hurt his chin. This is before, but I want to show you after.
This is when he's dead?
This is when they had the corpse, I would say, in the ICU.
For HGP in the court, I'm Ralston Elliott.